name is Rob and I'm a developer advocate for Y42. Today I want to show you how Git works within Y42. And I think that's very important because I truly don't believe we can do good data engineering without Git, but at the same time Git can be quite tricky. There's a bit of a threshold to get started, and I remember when I started out as a data analyst and I first started versioning my pipelines and my queries, that it was tricky to get started because you needed to remember a lot of commands. It was easy to get yourself into a merge conflict, and recovering from that is a bit awkward. And I think we can do better than that. And I think how it is integrated into Y42 works quite nicely. So I want to show you how that works and how you can use Git to your advantage. So as I described, I don't think we can do solid data engineering without tracking and versioning our code in Git. And here I've pulled up a space in Y42. So we've got a few sources. We've got some transformations here, and then all the way at the end we've got an exposure. And what's key here is that if we take a look at these assets, then at the end of the day they're all code. So here we've got SQL code, and then if we dive into code mode, we can actually take a look at the files themselves. So for example, the customers here, we've got a YAML file, and then we've got an associated SQL file as well. And all of these we want to track with Git. So for example, if I remove last name here, then we can see, I should save this as well. Oh, there we go. We can see that Y42 automatically prompts us to commit and push this. So you'll always be aware of what changes you've made. Then if we go in here, we can see what changes we made. So we did this. And of course, right now I'm working on the main branch. I don't really want to do that because ideally you want to make changes on different branches. So what we can do here is we can create a new branch, and again, getting started in Git is tricky. If you were to do this from the command line, you'd have to type in git checkouts -b and then the branch name. Here we can just type in development. And I know that this is not a perfect branch name, but you catch my drift. We can take our branches to the new, take our changes to the new branch, and almost instantaneously we'll have a new branch, and we can continue our work here. So let's see, what did we do? We removed this last name over here. Let's maybe make a few more changes just to give you an idea, and we'll do that in the lineage view again because I find this a bit easier to navigate. So we removed last name there. We aren't processing it here. Maybe let's say we remove this line over here, and then distance, we want to rename that to system distance again. Actually, do it like this. There we go. Just to get an idea, we are making some changes. And then we can view those here and here, and then we can commit. Let's say we're demoing this. So we're demo change some queries. Ideally, I would advise you to create more descriptive commit messages than this. And there we go. So Y42 is now compiling. Package is installed. There we go. Compilation is successful. And Y42 will now tell us that our assets here are now still. And the reason that this happens is because Y42 doesn't just track your code, but it also tracks your data. So now it knows that, hey, we've updated our code, but we haven't done a new pipeline run yet. So all of this is outdated. And let's trigger a pipeline build to do this. And in the meantime, I want to show you that indeed, if we go to integrations, then you can see that we've got this Git repository under the hood. So we've got our hackathon 10 Git repository because I'm using a space we're currently using for the hackathon. And if we go there, then indeed we can find all of GitHub's features here that's versioning our code. We can also take a look at branches. So we've got our development branch over here. We could open up a pull request from here, assign reviewers. And now the cool thing that I want to show you is that we don't just do this in GitHub, but we can also do it right within Y42. So if we head back to the lineage view, I think our build should be good. I made a mistake here. It doesn't really matter, but you will see that something is going wrong here, or it's failing a test. Actually, let's dive right in. Why is that happening? There we go. Oh, last name, because I removed that. So Actually, this is a nice showcase, because if we now open up a pull request, which again we can do right here in Y42, we create a pull request, we select development as a source, and we want to merge it into main, and then we remove last name. We can add reviewers here, describe our changes, and let's say that we create this. Now, what is, I think, by far the most underrated feature in Y42, in part because this is fairly new, is that if we go to asset changes, we can see what changed in our code. So let's see, there we go. These are the code changes I already showed you. But at the same time, let's do that for staging customers, that's easier to see. At the same time, we can do it for our data as well. And I think this is really cool. So if we select our customer ID here, we can proceed. And then we'll see the changes between our source branch and the branch that we're merging into. So you'll see that all this stuff here is gone. So the person reviewing your pull request will be able to immediately tell, hey, something's off here. I don't want to merge this because we just dropped an entire column for nothing. And all in all, I think that's what makes the Git integration in Y42 really powerful. Like it puts all the tools in your hands, not just for engineers, but also for analysts. And at the same time, it provides enough guardrails so that you don't need to know the command line for Git. Actually, I think I can show that here. We can open the terminal if you really want to, but I've never even touched this. All in all, I'll clean up this branch because someone needs to use this space for the hackathon as well. All in all, Git, essential for data engineering, but you need a solution that makes it usable and makes it user-friendly. And I think with Y42 you really get that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other content you would like me to create to highlight what you can do with Y42.